This is the Bank of America Higher Standards Moment.
Newman's on the front row, on the pole again.
He is going to score his 5th Bud pole. Ryan Newman wins his 6th Bud pole of the 2005 season.
Woohoo, big number.
Ryan Newman finished 6th in the championship standings last season, 1 win and 16 top 10 finishes. He also won exactly 8 poles. The other 9 guys in the top 10 in the championship standings won a combined total of exactly 8 poles. Today, Newman starts 7th and Marty's with him.
And he's certainly all about going fast, Bill. The Bud Shootout seems to be your type of race. It's all out for 70 laps, Ryan. You thrive in this kind of environment?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's got to thank Budweiser and everybody for putting on a show like this. It's a great opportunity to get the season started, have a little fun, make a little money. But everybody at Penske Racing's done a great job this offseason. This Alltel Dodge, Penske Jasper engine's been really good, and we'll see how they are today.
Ryan starts 7th. Alan?
Matt Kenseth is ready to go racing. He's already buckled in. Matt, you start 16th. How aggressive do we look for you to be in the opening 20 laps?
I'll just run hard and see what we got, but I think our post-forward fusion is pretty fast, so we're just going to feel it out the first 20 laps here. But so certainly if we can get to the front, we're going to try to get there. That's what this race is all about, trying to run wide open and get to the front.
Good luck. Dave?
With Jamie McMurray now, who is with a brand new team. Jamie, how important to have this bonus race for you guys to work together before next week's 500?
You know, it's going to be nice to get out with a good group of cars and actually have to be in race conditions. In practice, guys will run until their cars don't feel good and then pull in the pits. But our Crown Royal Ford Fusion has been good from the time that we unloaded it, and you know, really feel like we're one of the 2 or 3 best cars. So this should be a good race for us.
Pay attention, everyone. McMurray is in the 26. Matt?
A win today by Kevin Harvick would be special for not only Harvick, it'd be his first plate win, but for owner Richard Childress, you would make him the all-time winner for the car owner in the Budweiser Shootout. That would be big for you.
Yeah, you're a wealth of information. Thanks, Joe.
That's my Matty's stat for the day.
Well, thank you. That's always good. Our Risha Chevrolet was decent. Obviously, our best car is our 500 car, but that would be pretty cool to break that tie and break the ice, break the wall down on these restrictor plate races and finally get into victory lane. So I think we can do it. If we can't do it today, we'll give it everything we have, but I think Sunday should be interesting.
Childers is tied with owner Rick Hendrick at 5 apiece. Harvick will roll off deep in the field. More of TNT's coverage of the 2006 Budweiser Shootout coming up next.
The Bank of America Countdown to Green from Daytona International Speedway is brought to you by Bank of America Higher Standards and by Valvoline Motor Oil, the #1 choice of top mechanics everywhere. A sunny, cool, dry day here at the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. Temperature about 47 degrees. Let's take you trackside and join the pre-race ceremonies at Daytona.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats as the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Joint ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Will you please remain standing and welcome Dr. Tim McNeil as he delivers today's invocation.
Let us pray. Our God, we give thanks for this great American shootout and for these who are the gladiators of speed as they seek to push against the limits of team and track, of machine and of man. Grant them courage and wisdom and safety that they may remain within those limits. For joy lasts but for a day, but faith, hope, and love last forever, and the greatest of these is love. Shalom and amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aaron Lewis of Stained as he performs today's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts hearts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Race teams and race fans have returned to Daytona. The countdown to the 2006 season is at 0, and the Budweiser Shootout is coming up.
This has been the Bank of America Countdown to Green. Let's go racing.
TNT Sports presents the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. Live from Daytona Beach, Florida, it's the Budweiser Shootout at Daytona. A whole lot of very loyal fans ready to go racing in the shootout. Hi everybody, Bill Weber along with Wally Dullenbach and Benny Parsons. Thanks for having us in for the race. We got all revved up to go racing here in the shootout Saturday night, and then it rained. Benny, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I was ready to go last night. And you know, not only am I ready to go, I think most everyone is ready to go. Walking the dog the other morning, a guy stopped on the street, rolled the window down and said, please get this racing season underway. I'm ready for some racing. Walking through the garage area, talking to the mechanics and crew chiefs, they're ready to go racing. They've walked up, they've rubbed on these race cars for 3 months. They're ready to go. Jamie McMurray, he kind of downplayed it, but he told me he really wanted to get going with this race, get the communication between himself and Jimmy Finnegan, crew chief, on that new team he's going to be with, and get started in this year. Bill Elliott, he wants to get off the couch and go racing again.
Well, what are those 21 drivers thinking down there?
And this race is all about having fun for these guys. This is their kind of racing. There's no pressure. There's a little money up front there, but it's bragging rights. They want to win the Bud Shootout. You win this race, you get an invitation for life to come back. So this is a race these guys, the teams and the drivers, look forward to because there's no pressure and it's a lot of fun. I think they like all the races this distance.
They were going to run it under the lights last night. Now it's a late afternoon race. Perhaps the sun could be a factor, and it is very cold here today.
It is very chilly. Coming off turn 4, the sun could be a factor. But I think it's also very important for some guys that need some time in some race cars. Scott Riggs is going to have to race his way into the Daytona 500. Tonight is 70 laps of practice that might be important for Thursday.
And we talked to Dale Earnhardt Jr. We look for Dale Earnhardt Jr., who starts 19th, and his old buddy Michael Waltrip, who's 21st, to come through this field.
I don't think he's going to need any buddies by the look at what his car looked like in practice. That 8 car, that Bud car is going to be awfully, awfully tough tonight, or today.
It is today. It was going to be tonight on Saturday, but it rained. We're going racing this afternoon live right here on TNT. 21 cars ready to go. Ken Schrader in the 21, Jimmy Johnson in the 48 on the front row. These fans here in Daytona have been awesome, and now it's time for the words they have been waiting to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lieutenant General Dennis R. Larson, United States Air Force, as he gives those most famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen,
So the cars roar to life here at Daytona. 21 cars, 70 laps, and the 28th running of the Budweiser Shootout. You're watching NASCAR live on TNT. The Budweiser Shootout from Daytona International Speedway, brought to you by Budweiser. Bright, crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer. By the new Sprint. Yes, you can. 21 cars getting ready for the Budweiser Shootout. Let's meet the men that are chasing the checkered flag here this afternoon.
Hi, I'm Ken Schrader, two-time winner of the Bud Shootout.
I'm Jimmy Johnson, defending champion of the Bud Shootout.
I'm Tony Stewart. I won 3 poles last year, and I'm a two-time winner of the Budweiser Shootout.
I'm Joe Nemechek, driver of the U.S. Army Chevrolet, and I got my Bud pole last year in Michigan.
I'm Casey Kane, winner of 2 Bud Pole Awards in 2005.
Hi, I'm Elliott Sadler. Last year I won 4 Bud Poles to get into this year's shootout.
I'm Ryan Newman. I won 8 Bud Poles last season.
Hey, I'm Scott Riggs, and I won my first Nextel Cup Bud Pole at Martinsville.
I'm Dale Jarrett. I've won the Bud Shootout 3 times. Last year I won the Daytona 500 pole to become eligible for this year's shootout.
I'm Jeff Gordon, 2-time winner of the Bud Shootout and winner of 2 poles last year.
I'm Carl Edwards, and last year I got my first 2 Bud poles in the Nextel Cup Series.
Hi, I'm Bill Elliott. I won the shootout in 1987.
I'm Mark Martin. I'm proud to say I won the Bud Shootout in 1999.
I'm Kyle Busch. I won my first Nextel Cup pole last year at California.
I'm Denny Hamlin. I won my first Bud Pole in my 6th start at Phoenix International Raceway.
I'm Matt Kenseth, winner of 2 Bud Pole Awards in 2005.
Hi, I'm Jamie McMurray, and I won my Bud Pole last year at Pocono.
I'm Kevin Harvick, and I won the pole at Talladega and Richmond.
I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr., winner of the 2003 Budweiser Shootout.
Hey, I'm Brian Vickers, and I won my Bud Pole last year in New Hampshire.
Hi, I'm Michael Waltrip, and I won my Bud Pole at Pocono.
Michael Waltrip, Benny Parsons, you got me?
I got you, Benny. It's old Mike in the Napa Dodge. I got the whole row back here.
Yeah, you know, we're accustomed to seeing that Ford 15 and 8-car running side by nose to tail. The Budweiser Chevrolet, can you keep up with that number 8 car, Michael?
Well, if you watch practice Friday night, Benny, I not only can keep up with him, I can pass him. Get my pit road speed here. I'm showing 4 grand there, BP. Just remind me of that if you see me coming down there too fast. But the old car, she's kind of slow. She ain't the fastest dog in the race, but I promise you, she handles perfectly. And so 20 laps probably ain't enough for that to come to be an advantage, but 50 is. So I'm going to goof off for a while, kind of learn, watch. Then I'm going to try to see if I can get busy in the last segment there.
Did I hear you say you passed the 8 car?
Yeah, look at your I started 7th or 8th. We drove to the front, felt like old times, 8:55, Napa, Chevy, Budweiser, or whatever, you know how we did all that. And then I actually got on the outside of them, and I didn't see anybody else pull that one off. So I'm pretty confident, Benny, but I got a lot of work to do. These caps ahead of me are pretty good.
10-4. Thanks, Michael. Good luck to you.
Michael Waltrip starts 21st in this 21-car field. It'll be 20 laps, then a break, and then 50 laps. And if it stays green, we'll have the 20 laps without commercial interruption.